by presenting a bouquet. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Pranay Malavya, sir, to welcome Advocate Rajiv Ingole, sir. I request Dr. Mahendra Ingole, sir, coordinator of today's seminar, to welcome Mr. Vijay Singh Deshmukh, sir, Zonal Head Coordinator Maharashtra of Advocate India, Kota, Rajasthan. Thank you, sir. I humbly request Dr. Rajesh Patil, sir, to welcome our today's resource person Arun Singh Hada, sir, CEO and Academic Head, Advocate India, Kota, Rajasthan. Thank you, sir. Now I request Neha Khatri ma'am to welcome our today's next resource person, Anshul Gupta, sir, AI and IT Technology Coach. I request Sandeep Mandle, sir, to welcome our next resource person, Richa Palra ma'am, by offering a bouquet. Thank you, sir. I request Rutumara Chauhan ma'am to welcome our next resource person, Rinu Rituraj ma'am, by presenting a bouquet. Thank you, ma'am. I humbly request Vaishali ma'am to welcome Varsha Deshmukh ma'am by offering a bouquet. Thank you, ma'am. I request Dr. Archana Audhar ma'am to welcome Dr. Ramdike sir, today's in-charge principal, by presenting a bouquet. Thank you, Archana ma'am. We are honored to be collaborating with Advocate India, a renowned educational enterprise driven by over 3 decades of collective expertise in teaching, academic innovation, school consultancy, and competitive exam preparation. It specializes in delivering transformative learning experiences that empower students to thrive in academic environments and excel in future career pathways. With a commitment to excellence and a forward-thinking approach, Advocate India partners with schools, educators, and families to build robust educational ecosystems. Programs are designed to foster intellectual growth, critical thinking, and future readiness, ensuring that every learner is equipped to meet the challenges of a dynamic global landscape. Together, we aim to provide platform for expert insights and discussions on enhance your legal skills for a successful career. It's my honor to introduce Vijay Deshmukh sir. Sir is Zonal Head Coordinator Maharashtra of Advocate India, Kota, Rajasthan. IT Gujarat Technical University Punjab's 222 colleges and 140 engineering colleges managed by Advocate India. Your presence means a lot, sir. We have a great lineup of resource persons today who will share their insights on the latest trends in education and technology. Before calling our resource person, like to introduce him, Arun Singh Hada Sir, CEO and Academic Head, Educate India, Kota, Rajasthan. Sir is a trailblazer in transformative education, a dynamic edu professional with nearly 2 decades of enriching experience as mentor, strategist, and change maker. With a global footprint as a mentor to 100 plus students across UAE, US, Singapore, and more. So it's our to have with us such an expert trainer. So now I request Arun Hada sir to please come and share your expertise.
All right, good morning everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Before starting the session, we will be presenting our mentors to the guests.
Our Educate India Sir Zonal Head, Vijay Singh Deshmukh sir, wants to facilitate our today's chairperson, Amar Deshmukh sir. So I request Vijay sir to facilitate Amar Deshmukh sir by presenting a bouquet. Sorry, not bouquet, but memento. Now I request Vijay sir to present a memento to Advocate Arun Ingole sir. Sorry, Raju Ingole sir. Now I request Arun Vijay Deshmukh sir to present a memento to Ramteke sir, today's in charge principal. Thank you, sir. Now I request Vijay sir to present memento to Mahendra Ingole sir, coordinator of today's seminar. Thank you, sir. Now I request Arun sir to please come and share your expertise.
All right, guys, again, good morning everyone. I'm not an expert in law, legal and all. So without wasting time, I would like to call Reenu ma'am to start with the session. So that would be a really fruitful session. Reenu ma'am.
Hey everyone, I'm just testing if you can hear me, and then I know I have the mic, but you have it. So just checking. Can people at the end hear me? Okay? You can't? It's gonna work. No, they can hear me. So we are taking help from our co-trainers. If you've got anything to say, which I am hoping that you should, these are the people who will be helping, okay?
So hello everyone, आज यहाँ पर क्विज भी होगी, मतलब मीनू मैम आपसे सेशन के दौरान क्वेश्चन पूछेगी और जो उसका आंसर करेगा उसको गिफ्ट मिलेगा. So how many of you are excited for three gifts?
I can can quickly introduce myself if that's okay. आपको पता होना चाहिए आप किससे सुनने वाले हो next एक घंटा, right? थोड़ा सा curiosity है किसी में? Raise your hands. Okay. So I know this is a law college and probably this is not gonna surprise you so much. So I'm a lawyer as well. I'm a company secretary too, and it's been more than 20 years since I've been in the legal profession. Okay, and I've always been in corporate. मैं अभी currently I'm working with Accenture. नाम सुना है? IT firm का? कोई ऐसा जिसने नहीं सुना है? क्या करता है Accenture? Anybody who's not heard Accenture's name? Raise your hand. मैं बता सकती हूँ. Okay, good. कुछ लोग हैं जिनको नहीं पता. It's an IT firm. It's a global IT firm. 7 लाख से ज़्यादा लोग काम करते हैं, so थोड़ी सी popular है. It's a global Fortune 500 company. Prior to that, I have worked with Escorts Finance, Times of India. इनके नाम सुने? अखबार है, पता है सबको? ठीक है. So I have always been into managing corporate matters, whether as a company secretary in some law in a corporate or as a corporate attorney. There was another firm called P.D.C.L firm. I worked there as an APAC corporate attorney. Okay. Idea है corporate attorney क्या होता है? वो वाली terms जानिए, right? Okay. Fantastic. So enough about me. अभी तो जो मैं कर रही हूँ कर. Why am I here? I'll come to that. But before that, I want to ask, why are you here? क्या जानना चाहते हो? What are you expecting of this next 1 hour? Anybody? Raise your hands and share. If you could, I don't think the mic will go. But so raise your hands and tell me what you are expecting and why you are here today. So get 2 questions. आज यहाँ पे क्यों? और लाइफ में लॉ कॉलेज में क्या कर रहे हो? Why is the decision of choosing law? I'm very interested to know. We have a hand there. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm the senior IT engineer. So I have a question like how the legal matters can be correlated to the copyrights of the software. So that's why I'm expecting from you.
To the
Copyrights.
how is law and copyright linked?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll cover that for sure.
As I'm the IT engineer, getting the most of the developers and the more software. So just want to correlate with that.
Of course, we'll come to establish that connection.
Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. Anybody who's doing law, I'm very interested to know why you picked law as a profession. Once a lawyer, always a lawyer. यही रखने वाला है profession आपको पता है, right? Unless you think of moving into something else. So who's going to tell me? Raise your hands, come on. ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. बोरिंग हो जाएगा आप लोगों के लिए.
सबके पेरेंट्स ने मार पीट के भेज दिया क्या? जाओ पढ़ो. ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं है ना?
Okay, raise your hands. Why did you pick law? Interested थे? Movies में lawyers अच्छे लगते हैं, my lord करते हुए fascination. मैंने इसीलिए किया था. So you can be brutally honest, मैं बिल्कुल जज नहीं करूँगी. आज क्या expect करते हो? What are you thinking? You think I'm gonna teach you? Okay, we have a hand there. Absolutely good. Or maybe I can actually yeah. बताइए.
लीगल एड्स में एडवोकेट्स जो भी डिफेंस काउंसिल रहते हैं
जी.
सुनने में है कि मैक्सिमम लोग झूठ बोल के केसेस अपने आप कर लेते हैं और एक्चुअली जो लोग रियली दे आर सफरिंग फ्रॉम दी थिंग्स जैसे कि कोई भी केसेस है उसमें उनको जो डिसीजन मिलना चाहिए वो नहीं मिलता है.
Okay. Very
और
good.
अभी तो ऐसा भी है कि कारपोरेट्स जो है दे आर गोइंग टू बी द things which will handle the judiciary as well as all the things so far so good India is concerned. Thank you.
Thank you. That's actually a great question. And हमारा काम as lawyer on the ground.
Excuse me.
I have a question back.
See, the corporates, they are having crores of this, thousand crores, lakhs, crores of. They are raising very easily by anything. That is what, is it happening anywhere in India? If it is there, it is not good thing for our India.
It's not.
Of
And
course.
that is why I'm going to touch upon the ethical practices of lawyers as well. What we should be doing.
Moral, ethics and all these
So
things, ये तो सब find
और ये
out.
सिर्फ law की बात नहीं है. This holds true in life. Whatever you do, irrespective of whether it's law, it's medical, it's engineering, you have to stay ethical. Anshul here is an expert in AI. He can also tell you how to use AI ethically. AI सब use कर रहे हैं ना, ChatGPT use करते हैं ना सब. उसका भी ethical use होना चाहिए. You should know, you should be aware, and we will talk about it briefly. बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं है, there's so much that I wish to cover. So मजा आएगा अगर आप सवाल पूछोगे, ठीक है? मैं जो जानती हूँ, मैं वो डिलीवर करके जाऊँगी. But यहाँ से कुछ सीख सकती हूँ if you ask me questions. That's the food for thought for me also, right? आप कुछ और एक्स्ट्रा जान सकते हो, but by pulling in information that I am not covering. So अगर आप पूछोगे सवाल तो आपके लिए भी अच्छा रहेगा और जो नहीं पूछ पा रहे हैं उनकी भी नॉलेज एनहांस होगी. समझा? ऐसे ही करें, ठीक है? So we'll start with a small quiz. And इसके prizes हैं like Mr. Ramurthy told you. So raise your hands, okay? Don't immediately give answers. We'll observe कौन क्या कर रहा है. So सोचा था स्क्रीन होगा तो नहीं है. So आज का presentation पूरा आपको मुझे ही सुनना पड़ेगा. Because I'm gonna read out a lot of things and you'll have to be careful about what you're hearing. Okay? All good? ठीक है, सुनाई दे रहा है बराबर? First question. Which article of Indian Constitution guarantees right to equality? क्या बात है? इतने गिफ्ट्स नहीं है मेरे पास हैंड रेज करने बोला था. आंसर कैंसिल, बट आंसर करेक्ट है. So article 14, well done. Which article of the Constitution deals with emergency provisions? Raise your hands, please. Which one is that? Please, I can't hear.
Mobile is not allowed. Mobile is not allowed.
Definitely not. Yes, please. Awesome. क्या नाम है आपका? ऋषिकेश. ऋषिकेश is there? Clap for ऋषिकेश. And I tell you why? Because I was expecting one answer. And I have choices. I did not even call that out. He's given me 3 answers, and those 3 answers are correct. Wonderful. So both of them deserve round of applause and thanks. आप बताएंगे कैसे क्या है? Which one appears for which one? 352 कब होता है? Price cancel हो सकता है. So 352 कब apply होता है? Okay. Who knows 352 कब apply होता है? We have a hand at the back. I can't hear. Absolutely, he definitely deserves a prize. Which was the next one you said? Correct. When is 356 applied? State emergency, no prizes, no hands on this. Too many right answers in the room. Okay, and you said 360? Who else knows? Yes? लगाया कभी इंडिया पे? Awesome. ठीक है, we have somebody who deserves a prize here. Well done. Okay. I did not realize it. ये group काफी sharp है already. So मुझे लग रहा है मैं इस वाले क्वेश्चन का प्राइज नहीं दूँ, but I'm just gonna still ask. Okay, this is very basic. Being a lawyer, I know this. In criminal law, mens rea refers to. Please go ahead. Yes. You have to be louder. Probably you are already saying the right.
Mind. She's saying it.
So physical act of the crime, mental element or intention, punishment or motive.
Mental element.
Well done.
Enlightenment.
Absolutely. इसका प्राइस नहीं मिलना. I'm sorry, I decided. ये मिल सकता है. Please say no. But that was a joke. Okay. Which Indian law regulates cybercrime and electronic commerce? Companies Act.
Yes.
Cybercrime and electronic commerce, are you sure? Companies Act.
Companies Act along with IT Act.
IT Act. We have a winner there. Companies Act, no. Okay, second last. Those who haven't given the answer or have gotten the prize, please try and raise hands. Which act governs the protection of IP rights in India related to trademarks? choices do?
Trademark Act.
Which year?
Which year?
Is after 200 before 200.
ऐसे कैसे चलेगा? Range, fact.
ये तो हो गया 2 से पहले 10 से बाद
ACDC. Okay. Anything? We have a hand there. Okay.
Okay, some मुझे
Which one is that? No, please stand up. Question? Should I repeat the question?
Yes.
Which act governs the protection of intellectual property rights in India related to trademarks? You will have to tell me the whole act along with the year. Copyrights, someone said copyrights.
1999.
India Google. Range से एकदम. Okay, so definitely that's going to be and you want to share, so yeah. Okay, so last question for the day. Which, for this quiz particularly, I have a lot of questions to ask you. Which Indian law regulates cybercrime and electronic fraud? Oh, that's a repeat question actually, I'm sorry. So yeah, that was the last one on the list. Thank you so much for everybody who answered, and sorry for those who are new but did not get to try. Next time, raise your hands, big hand. Okay. So, you know what I'm going to do here? Law आप जानते हो, and you've been studying it. LLM वाले students भी हैं इधर. Raise your hands who are doing LLM. Quite a few, right? मैंने LLM नहीं किया, so you probably understand things already better than me. What I'm going to be talking about, okay, it's not even teaching. It's all about me talking to you. The practical aspect of what you're going to do once you're out of college. ठीक है? चलेगा? Because that is what is going to come in your way once you actually enter the real world. So क्या करने का है? There are a couple of things that you can do. So before I get into the details of it, I'll pick 2 topics. But मुझे बोलो, what all do you plan to do once you clear law? क्या options हैं हमारे लिए? क्या कर सकते हैं? Number 1, practice कर सकते हैं. We've got 2 very inspiring honorable members here who've been practicing. Okay, what else can we do? What's that? Judicial, absolutely. Okay, और क्या कर सकते हैं? Legal advisor, मतलब law firm. Practice ही हो गया ना, तो first come. Okay, what else?
Legal influencer.
Legal influencer होता है इसका?
It started
मैं क्या हूँ? मैं तो practice भी नहीं हूँ ना. What am I?
in-house counsel.
वो भी एक option है. You're doing okay? Okay, what else? एक और चीज कर सकते हैं ना academic. Absolutely. Who said that? Yes, academic. Teaching कर सकते हो. There are a lot of options. You can actually come up with a book. Those who like to write. Okay? Lawyers generally get paid for talking, but those who like to write, they can go into publishing, they do their own articles, right? You can actually become part of policy creation. वो भी एक line है. Judge बन सकते हो, corporate में जा सकते हो, practice कर सकते हो. So many avenues are available. We're going to talk about 2 most popular avenues that we've got, जिसमें maximum जनता जाती है. कौन सी है वो 2? Absolutely. और जुडिशरी कितने जुडिशरी में होंगे? लाखों की जनता. So it's not the most popular. It's probably very noble, but most popular is either you go into corporate sector or you start your own practice. Now most of us as lawyers or law students graduating, हमको fascination होती है कि हम practice करेंगे, काला कोट पहन के आएंगे. I was told in the morning, black कोट ही करना, तो मैं practice थोड़ी कर रही हूँ, just to show off नहीं करूँगी मैं वैसे मेरे पास. So basically, what I'm going to tell you here, कि क्या difference रहता है, ठीक है? अभी नहीं पता. You will learn it through experiment. कोई corporate में चला जाएगा, कोई practice शुरू करेगा. दोनों lines के pluses और minuses. Okay? समझ तो सकते हो. You can imagine what will work best. I did not know when I did law, and it's been many years. So मैंने क्या I started off with practice. And then through my own experiences, I learned that maybe this is not my cup of tea, maybe there's something else that I need to explore. Plus, I had the advantage, I had done specialization in I'm a company secretary too. So I decided to switch, and since then, for many years, I've been in corporate. But that was not a conscious choice. Conscious choice practice थी, जो कि गलत प्रूव हो गई मेरे. ठीक है? Now I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Slightly aware of क्या differences रहते हैं. What comes with what? The pluses and the minuses. ठीक है? कोई guess करना चाहता है? मुझे मालूम है. Anybody who wants to take a guess, कैसा रहता है? Corporate sector में आपको क्या लगता है? क्या advantages या disadvantages?
High pay,
High pay?
long working hours.
So हम ना ऐसे compare करते हैं. इसको ऐसे बोलते हैं, इसको ऐसे. साथ साथ चलते हैं. Okay. So long working hours is corporate में, okay? High pay, that's a class. Typical deadlines to meet, yeah. और ये law firm से compare करें तो
Madam, law firm में usually what happens in law firm, as you have already said, the day you become an advocate, the day you start practicing,
yeah.
you are building your own practice.
Let it
You are
ये नहीं होगा
investing your own into yourself. But what happens in corporate, that you are working for somebody else. So there comes the friction. Yes.
There could be a possibility of it. अब जब हम practice की बात करते हैं, we will broaden it to include law firms. क्योंकि हर कोई कोर्ट में जाके अपना काम शुरू नहीं करता. That's challenge, right? So you end up joining a law firm. So when we are making that comparison, let's just broaden the scope कि law firm हम लेते हैं. So long working hours is said. Law firm में working hours are longer. And please sir, correct me if there is anything that I am saying which does not align with what you observed. ठीक है? So law firm में working hours longer क्यों होते हैं? Because your day is spent in the courts. काम कब करते हैं? जिसको हम रियल काम बोलते हैं, जिसके लिए कोर्ट में जाना, वो शाम में होता है. ठीक है? So corporate में comparatively working hours are still better. You still have time where you can shut the laptop and come out.
Madam,
There would be
my
days.
point was not that. See what happens when you work for yourself, when you see your psychology helps you in that.
Yeah.
Because ultimately you are working, you are investing in yourself.
Correct.
But in corporate, only one of your leg, one of your facet of your let's say professional personality gets built up. But this scenario does not exist in practice. In practice, we are investing in ourselves.
That is true.
So friction is very less there. That is my point.
I completely agree. Yes.
Regarding responsibility, responsibility is more in,
When you are practicing, when you have your own practice.
no, when you are joined with some folks.
Yeah. Basically, responsibility is more, you think. It's lesser in corporate because you're working for somebody else. Somebody else owns it. Like that.
Some pressure to meet out the objectives of the firm.
True. Whatever you're saying. See, there is nothing black and white. It also differs from organization to organization. It also differs from law firm to law firm. Some very established law firms will have a very different culture from a small time law firm. वहाँ पे आप लगे हुए हो 1 बजे 2 बजे तक. But then there are also law firms that they believe well, that they give you ample time to manage your work life. So it is not something that I tell you that corporate में यही होना है. My experiences of working, I was working with Times of India. That experience was very different from now that I'm working in a global environment. It's very different. The way people treat you, the way people see your time that you're investing, all that culturally very is very different, right? So those experiences are very individualistic. आप क्या कर रहे हो? How you are contributing also determines कि आपके साथ आपके experiences कैसे हो. ठीक है? Anybody else who has another perspective of law firm, corporate, कैसा रहता है? Yes, please. What is the nature of the job? You're asking me? Okay. It's a good question, but not an answer to my question, but I still answer it. So, nature of the job is basically anything and everything related to the departments that you are working with or the client that you are serving with. उनका कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग रह सकता है, उनका नेगोशिएशन रह सकता है, नेगोशिएशन क्लाइंट से रह सकता है. It could be with procurement team, right? It could be an employment matter that's coming in. आप वेंडर मैनेजमेंट कर सकते हो, आप टेंडर जाते हैं, जैसे RFPs पता है सबको, रिक्वेस्ट फॉर प्रपोजल बोलते हैं. It's like a tender. Government issues tenders आप उसमें भेजते हो. So जब okay, so when government issues any tender, say for example सड़क बनाना, So the issue RFP, पता है सबको? So उसको आपको क्या करना होगा? There is very less margin to amend that. But as a company, lawyer, आपकी क्या ड्यूटी है? क्या करोगे? Amend तो कर नहीं सकते because that same document has gone to the whole world for them to apply. So as a lawyer आप क्या करते हो? You do gap analysis. कि हमारे standards ये है, ये हम meet कर सकते हैं, but ये हमारे gaps हैं. And then you raise it to the management that are we okay to take that risk? So basically risk management बोलते हैं उसको. So lawyer का ये काम है to keep the management aware कि if you pick up this tender, this is what can go wrong. This is the extra cost that we might have to take. ये हमारे in-house assets हैं. We might have to hire a subcontractor. So subcontractor नहीं है market में, महंगा मिलेगा. उससे आपके margins कम होंगे. You know things like that. So this is what. Does that answer? Okay. All right. Anything else? Anybody? Yes.
If you work in a law firm, let's say, every majority of the law firms working in India are corporate law firms. So let's suppose if I work in a law firm, only one of my practice area gets developed. Like if I am working in tax, only my taxation facet of my professional personality will only get developed. But if I work under some senior lawyer, see, a senior lawyer deals with multiple cases having colorful nature. So here,
A lot of different subjects.
yes. So here,
That's actually a very good point.
yes.
That's actually a great point because corporate में you call it a disadvantage or you can call it कि आप expert बन जाते हो उस field के जहाँ आप काम करते हो. Because your exposure is limited.
It is very difficult to cross your boss.
Yes, because especially in Indian companies it's very hierarchical, so people don't like it. But again, people's experience differ in organizations. In a global organization, you generally don't come across this issue, but वो मिलती है, बहुत possible, right?
वैसे भी जॉब JOB का फुल फॉर्म होता है जस्ट ओबे बॉस. Even though he is right or wrong, just obey boss.
But पता है, I also come across bosses who have asked us to challenge us.
You are so happy.
I have also learned most of my learning of how to be a lead has come from people who told me or with whom I've experienced this is not to be done because it's not right. So मैंने तो बहुत साल काम किया. मेरे experiences ऐसे भी हैं. They have actually found mentors कि मुझे ऐसे बनना है. That I've idolized people.
That's why.
और ऐसे भी है कि ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं करना. ऐसे बॉसेस के साथ काम किया है जिनसे ये सीखा ये तो बिल्कुल नहीं करना because this is not working right. Okay? Alright, so again coming back to your point, it's actually a fantastic point and I'm just calling it out so that it benefits everybody. Law firm में, the benefit is that you get to experience different subjects, different industries. There's no limit of how the clients or where the clients are coming from. So you will end up handling due diligence, mergers, acquisitions, criminal cases, civil cases, all sorts of cases, right? और उसमें then you can pick up your niche, trademarks, copyrights, कुछ भी आ सकता है, law firm में it will cater to all sorts of industries, all sorts of subjects. From there you can find out your interest area and then pick up your niche and grow. जैसे mergers and acquisitions में ही चलेगा, अब यही करना है इसी वजह से. Corporate में the disadvantages, it's not a disadvantage because that makes you the expert in that field. So jack of all trades, master of one बन सकते हो. So वहाँ पे आप जान सकते हो that this is all I'm getting. So आपको exposure कैसे रहेगा? आपको employment cost का मिलेगा, आपको red lining का मिलेगा, but किसके IT firm में. So मुझे IT firm का expert बोल सकता है, नहीं बोल सकता है because I still figure out ways to do it. ऐसा naturally नहीं आता. So you're always learning, but then your scope of learning is limited. जैसे Escorts Finance में काम किया था, तो वहाँ पे arbitrations होती थी. They used to finance bikes. You have also worked in Escorts. So they used to finance bikes and people obviously used to not pay. So negotiable instruments का रहता है ना, check bouncing का कौन सा section है? वो cases होते थे या arbitrations होती थी. कोई दो चार काम होते थे. वही कर रहे हैं. After a while it makes you mechanical. क्योंकि वो पता है वही टेम्पलेट है, इन्फॉर्मेशन चेंज करी, शर्मा जी की जगह वर्मा जी लगे हैं, you're done. ठीक है? So basically that's to your point. Anybody who's got anything to share or any questions so far?
I have a counterpoint. You said that.
That's okay. आप सामने पे. No, go ahead. I think you should have a mic because people should benefit from what you're asking.
Madam, you just mentioned that in law firm you get to work on multiple, let's say multiple areas.
Correct. Correct.
But I have a counterpoint that there is a English saying that in the search of a diamond, you always lose out on gold, and you never know whether you get the gold or not, and whether you get the diamond or not. That's what I am saying, madam. See, in practice, in law firms, I am for the, I am anti-law firm and pro litigation practice. But my whole point is that in litigation practice, your burnout rate is quite, let's say, it's quite manageable. Because you are
When you're with a law firm.
no, when you are building your own practice.
Okay.
But in the law firm, you got to meet the deadlines. You get to work only on those areas in which your law firm is interested or has taken the assignment.
Disadvantage is there's no support system. In organizations, in law firms, you have the support system. कुछ काम कोई कर रहा है, कुछ काम कोई कर रहा है. Then the financial viability of it. When you're actually starting your own practice, ऐसा नहीं आता. So you need that support. Unless you have a financial backing, which I'm sure generally people have. But what about those? So initial struggles are more. And thirdly, the most important thing, and I could be wrong because again people's experience differ. जो हम पढ़ते हैं, that's very theoretical. But when you start to apply that in the real world, that's not how things work. आपको लग रहा है आपका फाइल बिल्कुल बढ़िया है तो जज एकदम से पुल आउट नहीं देता ना, चलता रहता कुछ ना कुछ. So to learn that, you need on the job. When I say on the job, it doesn't mean a job, but basically you need mentor, you need somebody under which you can learn for some time, and then you start your role. There's absolutely no problem. I know many successful lawyers who are practicing pretty okay, and I also know those who have worked in a corporate and then they took a decision. So हम बड़े unique हैं. We all have our own unique journeys. We will do इतने अगर 100 लोग हैं ना, किसी की भी मैच नहीं करने वाले हैं. After you move on, our journeys are going to be very different. So that's what makes it beautiful. And there is no right and wrong. It's all about the choices. It's all about what you want to do.
आप एक
And
बार
that
चेक कर
shapes
लीजिए.
your future.
नहीं
Agree?
आप हाथ अभी एक बार चेक कर लीजिए
अच्छा,
ऐसा
इसमें
प्रॉपर आता है.
we talked about stability. We did not really talk about growth, but law firms में growth is comparatively quicker because अच्छा करते हैं, so you are given growth quicker. Association होते हो, partner बनते हो, senior partner बनते हो. Corporates में it's all linked with how the company is performing. आपकी अकेले में लक्ष्य नहीं होता. So if the company's performance is not being too great, आपको benefit नहीं मिलता, आपका promotion नहीं होता. So it's not just linked with how much you do. It's also linked with
यहाँ पे
how
ना
the
वो
organization.
ये लॉग दिखा रहा है ओरिएंटेशन का, तो वहाँ पे
ठीक है. So crux बता देते हो.
नहीं वो
Corporate
किया मैंने पोर्ट्रेट ऑन
more
किया
stability.
अभी किया.
Comparatively more stability. It's more focused on building expertise in the intelligence zone that we talked about, and better work-life balance. Law firm में it's high pressure, it's highly rewarding because like I said, growth is quicker if you're working well, you're practically doing things for yourself, and there's diversity in learning. So after network और बढ़िया बन जाता है because you're always meeting new clients, new people, you know people from all industries, है ना? So वो सारे advantages रहते हैं. अभी पूछो कितने लोग practice में जाना चाहते हैं? Just raise your hands. For sure. आपको पूछना है. Okay, how many people wish to go into corporate? Okay, few hands. Good, well done. All the best to all of you. कुछ भी करो, अच्छा करना. Okay, and you do well in your career. Okay. Quickly, what time spending करेंगे? You probably know this. एक अच्छे lawyer के traits क्या रहते हैं? क्या होना चाहिए एक अच्छे lawyer? When we come to a question that he asked or somebody asked on it, I think you asked on ethics. So we'll come to that.
नॉलेज चाहिए अच्छे लॉयर.
एक बेसिक नॉलेज आपको चाहिए लॉयर, बिल्कुल. और क्या चाहिए लॉयर? एक अच्छे लॉयर को और क्या चाहिए? हाँ जी बताइए. कम्युनिकेशन, वेल डन. और क्या चाहिए? जल्दी, somebody from the back.
creating logical analogies.
हाँ, हमें क्यों चाहिए क्रिएटिविटी?
क्रिएटिविटी नहीं बोला,
ऐसा रखो,
क्रिएटिंग
यहाँ पे नहीं
लॉजिकल
possible.
एनालॉजीज.
हाँ, क्रिएटिंग, वैसे क्रिएटिविटी भी चाहिए, but your point is also right. Okay, what else?
हम्बल रहना चाहिए.
Humble रहना चाहिए. Lawyer और no lawyer हर इंसान को humble रहना चाहिए. That goes for everybody. But very right, because you're dealing with, you do not know whom you are dealing with, so you got to be honest. Okay, what else?
झूठ नहीं बोलना चाहिए.
मैं कुछ नहीं बोलूँ. We go to the next one.
They should be good listener as well as sincere and committed to his work.
Fantastic. Very good. Very good one. Okay. What else? Everybody agrees to a good listener. That's what you all are today. Okay. और क्या होना चाहिए? Sorry, what's that? I can't.
I think a lawyer should be a seller as well.
Yes. We should be very enterprising. It's very important. And especially knowing we are so many of us. We learn. It's not true. It's a lot of competition. And not just about law books. You should know about everything. On that point, I mean, of course, this is a legal seminar, but I highly encourage. Is there anybody who, I mean, okay, I'm not going to ask that question. I'm just going to suggest that you should always have a book that you should be reading. Whether you're getting time or not, there should always be an incomplete book on your bedside. It's going to change you in ways you won't even realize. So you said avid reader. Do not just confine to the knowledge that you get from law. Because people that you are dealing with, they are going to be 99% non-lawyers. Right? So वो कौन सी इंडस्ट्री से आ रहे हैं, वो कौन सी बैकग्राउंड से आ रहे हैं, वो सब इंफॉर्मेशन आपको कैसे मिलेगी? From books, from newspaper, from knowing the world outside of law. Law तो आप यहाँ पढ़ ही रहे, ठीक है? Okay. और क्या होना चाहिए अच्छे लॉयर? These are all fantastic things.
He should be good companion towards his client.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about being humble, companionship, communication. Okay. Somebody said research. Who was that? He should be good with, he or she should be good with research. Very important. And law changes so fast. You need to be updated. Okay. We'll slightly touch base on the technology part, which is changing so quickly, and how that actually helps lawyers do their work smarter. Okay. Or quick.
Wording of unusual expectations.
Please elaborate.
Sir, madam, client may want you to even to do pole vault, but if the case requires you to only leapfrog and only did you got my analogy? So pole vaulting means A is going from this end to this end directly, okay, by a direct jump. But in leapfrogging, A goes here first,
Yeah.
B here.
Okay.
So your client may want you to direct pole vault and give us the expected
Expectation management.
Expectation management.
Okay. Different word, but we were talking about it. Time management is extremely important. Law firm में हो, corporate में हो, this is one trait that you all need to learn as a lawyer. Because you are juggling with so many things all the time. So it is so important that you know good tools to manage your time so that you can get the maximum out of it and all other things that you said. So I'm not going to drill a lot of time. You know this. You need to be a great communicator. More than a communicator, you need to be a great listener. Extremely important because जब तक समझ नहीं आएगा बोलते हैं is the reason why we got 2 years and a month सुनाना सबने. So lawyer को बहुत काम. You got to listen in because the more information you grab, the better you deliver. ठीक है? चाहे client से बात करो, चाहे organization. Okay. Quickly, we'll touch base on the drafting part. करिए, do we have any practical experience of how drafting is done? कोई करता है ड्राफ्टिंग? Is there part of your subject? बिल्कुल नहीं करिए. Okay, no problem. जब भी कोई डॉक्यूमेंट ड्राफ्ट करने बैठो, मैंने बोला एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बना. इमेजिन करो, एक लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट बनाने बोला, ठीक है? एनडीए पता है क्या होता है? बहुत बेसिक डॉक्यूमेंट है। क्या होता है एनडीए?
नॉन डिस्क्लोजर एक्ट,
है ना? That's probably the easiest legal document that a lawyer gets, but it could be very complex also. तो वो बनाने बोला, तो सोचो क्या बेसिक चीजें हैं जिस पर करना। एनडीए मत सोचो, जनरली कोई लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट तो क्या होना चाहिए? आप लॉयर्स हो, यू विल बी डूइंग लॉट ऑफ ड्राफ्टिंग, सो क्या करना चाहिए आपको? Richa, is somebody saying something?
Who wants to answer?
I think she says no. Okay. क्या होना चाहिए ड्राफ्टिंग? Nobody can guess. ये काम आप लोग सबसे ज्यादा करने वाले हो. Irrespective of law firm, corporate, teaching, you will end up writing a lot. Clear होना चाहिए, जो भी को समझ आना चाहिए. If you use a lot of technical terms, non-lawyer से बात करोगे नहीं समझ में. It will not sit well. I work with lot of MBAs and engineers in Accenture. कोई है, it's an IT company, so we are working with engineers. उनको बोलो indemnity लग जाएगा, penalize हो जाओगे, ये या तो इतना limitation of liability clause is not worded right. क्या समझ में आएगा? नहीं आएगा ना? So basically ये एक बड़ा basic पता है that no matter what you know and how much you know, what your delivery should be in very simple English vanilla language, because you're dealing with non-lawyers. आपके पास कोई केस लेके आया, वो नहीं चाहता कि आप उसको दूसरा लॉयर बना के नहीं ना, वो सुनना चाहता है कि मेरा कैसे सॉल्व होगा. So it should be very clear, it should be very simple. That is a trait you should know. No matter अंदर कितना भी complex legal words चल रहे हैं, बाहर simple, I call it English vanilla. That's the one of your idea. So consistent होना चाहिए, clear होना चाहिए. आपका vocabulary इसमें जो use करो, that should be clear, that should be good. Grammatical errors नहीं होती, pretty basic problem. Because lawyers जब कुछ create करते हैं, it goes to the client. कहीं भी हो गया, ठीक है? आप practice वाले client को भेजो या corporate में भेजो, it goes to the client to reputation at stake है, so you responsible, ठीक है? Clearly format होना चाहिए. And you should be confident enough, irrespective of the hierarchy that you are asked to follow. You should always call out the right things, because stakes are high. If you're not guiding your organization well, if you're not guiding your client well, उनका नुकसान एकदम से tangible effect नजर आता है. So you should be confident enough to tell them what you should be doing. This is what will happen if you not do this. ठीक है? So feel bold enough to call out the problems. Any questions so far? समझ में आ रहा है? Background में पीछे सबको all clear now? Yes, please.
I have one question regarding corporate.
Yeah.
See, seeing the present scenario, we have in our country itself or in our state itself, majority of people are like poor. And when we speak of the corporate, then we speak of corporates related to money. And when we speak of money, the rich party and there are another party is poor party. Then when we want to like build company or something, then we hire land from them or buy land from them with a cheaper rate. And if at all they don't give, then when we have a lot of money, like corporate sector, we have a lot of money, we buy the judicial itself, not the ministers. We know the ministers what kind of they are doing, but judicial itself we buy with our money and with our influence. So in this case, as a lawyer, as I'm speaking of morality and ethics, that we supposed to save the poor people when we take the oath and all, and give the justice to them. And in this situation, what kind of law I have to use, what kind of lawyer I have to be, and what kind of duty I should be performing at this situation.
Okay. There is no clear answer, but it is something that immediately comes to my mind. It's a saying from Mahatma Gandhi ji, be the change you want to be. बहुत करप्शन है. नेक्स्ट बैच आप ही हो, ठीक है? यहीं से लोग जाने वाले एजुकेशन में. सो इफ यू फील सो स्ट्रांगली, मेक श्योर दैट अपने एक्ट को करेक्ट कर लो. इफ एवरीबडी ऑफ अस आर ओनली टेकिंग केयर टू इंश्योर दैट आवर एक्ट इज राइट, we will become a better society, and that's how it's gonna change. There is no law, because lawmakers ही अगर if you are saying judiciary problem है, so those are the lawmakers, you are gonna do nothing about it. But the change you can make is आपको कैसे respond करना है. What is it that you want to become? All the people in the room, if this batch of 100+ people stay right, It's a major contribution to the society for the next batch that's going to be taking this. हम ही में से तो जाने वाले हैं ना policy makers, हम ही बनेंगे ना. So बस, so be the change that you want to be. ठीक है? Okay. So good drafting, clear, consistency. ठीक है. So I think you covered. It should be complete. It should be legally valid. इतना इमोशंस में बह के कुछ ऐसा मत डाल दो जो कि डिलीवर ही ना कर सके because these are controlled by regulations and laws. Laws are not even the law. ठीक है? So be careful about what you're doing. Every time there is a problem, सबसे अच्छी बात जो सीख लो, seek help. We struggle when we do not seek help. So always ensure that you have people around you who can help you, guide you to do the right thing. Okay? कोई शर्म की बात नहीं है help मांगने. There are always people who are willing to help. If they are not willing, go to the next one. But do not take a risk that can cause a large damage. Okay? Now I had some business email that probably cover one. It would have been nicer अगर मैं इसको show करती, but I'm gonna read it out to you. Okay? It's a small business email, very basic. Because हम बाहर जाएंगे, ऑफिस में काम करेंगे, so we'll be drafting. So I'm gonna read out. It goes like this. मुझे आपको ये बताना है कि इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है. ठीक है? कुछ नहीं दिखेगा तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, मैंने अच्छा बनाया वैसे. प्रॉब्लम दिखेगा so just raise your hand when they are private for that. Okay? The subject of the email says training details needed. Okay? Hello Karthik. I need the participant information for the upcoming training session. Could you please send me the list of attendees and any other requirements? Question mark. If possible, share it this week. Thanks, Gaurav. Thanks, Gaurav. Thanks, Amika. Gaurav. कुछ दिक्कत है? It's an email that's been sent to the client. ठीक है? कुछ दिक्कत लगे किसी को भी? हाँ? दिक्कत है? Very good. Okay. थोड़ी बहुत है. बताइए.
What kind of training it is they have to mention?
Doesn't say.
Because they have not mentioned about what kind of training they are going to conduct.
Correct.
And what kind of qualification or the beneficiaries are required for that training.
कोई भी
So it is not like, it becomes like general way, send the list of participants. If you mention the particular like group of participants, then it sounds more clear.
Yes.
So what kind of person they are required for that training.
Correct. And it's an email to the client. So it says, hello Karthik.
Yeah. We should be official like this.
Yes, that's okay. Very good. Okay.
टाइम पीरियड मेंशन नहीं.
Time period mention नहीं. हाँ.
स्पेसिफिक डेट या टाइम मेंशन नहीं.
कुछ भी और डिटेल नहीं है. Okay. Anybody else? ये दो major clause है जो आपने actually capture किया. It's subject line says training details needed, but we capture training details we capture for that. है ना? So we needed more information. Tone is polite. Tone कुछ दिक्कत नहीं है. It's gone to the kind, but it's slightly informal. We can say. Hello, Karthik. जिससे हम आपस में बात करें. That's not how it should be. Not professional and that. So tone is polite, but it's a bit curt. थोड़ा सा वैसा. Request is vague. Is absolutely captured it. कोई requirements नहीं है. Deadline you talked about. Deadline is missing. Closing is informal. What does it say? Thanks for. हो गया. ठीक है? So I'm gonna read it out quickly, and then you tell me, does it sound okay? ठीक है? उतना ही चाहिए. अगर इसमें भी दिक्कत है, तो you raise your hands. Subject says request for participant details to finalize training session. Dear Mr. Karthik, I hope this message finds you well. As we prepare for the upcoming training session scheduled for October 25th, 2025, we would be grateful if you could share the following details. Final list of participants with names and designations, any specific area of focus you would like us to emphasize on, logistical preferences, online platform, timing adjustments, etc. Receiving this information by October 15, 2025 will help us tailor the training effectively and ensure a smooth delivery. Please let me know if you would like me to send over a suggested template for participant list. Thank you for your support and I look forward to your reply. Best regards, Gaurav Gupta, Admin Head, Universal Media. बहुत लंबी हो गई, दिखाना था, पढ़नी पड़ी. Any issues? Okay.
In the detailed section, it is not mentioned that what the expectations of the participants are from the.
This can get better. Sure. This will always go for improvement. हम इसको और clarity से पूछ सकते हैं. Okay? Anybody else? You think it was okay now? Timeline?
Yeah, the way it's okay, but it's going to be training, so it is going to be for limited participants.
Correct.
So it would be better if we give information how many we accommodated in this thing beforehand. That would be specified in the email.
So, I tried making it 100%, but I still kept it like 80% because I wanted to hear what else. And there's always scope of doing things differently. यही email अगर मैं 100 लोगों को बोलूँगी, everybody's gonna draft it with this information in a very different way. Again, no rights and wrongs about it, but it's only good, better, best. ठीक है? So बस वही करना है कि best को endeavor करना है. Okay. So we're gonna move a little fast here. I'm gonna stick around if you've got any questions. But so then we'll spend another 5 minutes. See, here we were not here to teach you. One, we were here to assess how you relate to what we've got to share. And second, there is Innovate India. You heard about us. We are offering programs on how to prepare you on the practical applications of what to do with law once you've done it, right? So this was just a small trailer of what we can offer. But it's all your practical exposure to how we want to do things in the real world. So that will include a lot of drafting, a lot of negotiation skills that we will want to teach you, a lot of role plays that we'll do, a lot of handouts, reference materials that we're going to be providing. So basically, the idea is that you are more aware, more prepared when you move out. Okay? And then of course, we are part of an external world already. So when you associate with us, you expand your network. And that's what we endeavor to do, you know. We will help you create your brand. So with that, I'm just going to quickly hand over for another 5 minutes that Anshul will spend on how this is going to become better for you when you use AI to your benefit. Okay? Thank you.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
A lot of legal things. मेरे को भी नहीं आता इतना legal, but what I can say is the way the world is moving forward, the speed it is moving forward to. Do you think you guys are ready for it? Even from any profession, be it legal, you being a lawyer, do you think you are really ready to compete, to be at the pace where every profession is moving ahead? So here I think you are doing the LLBs and the masters as well, right? So apart from the studies, from the courses you are doing right now, the syllabus, anything extra you are doing? Anybody? You are trying to spend some more time apart from the syllabus, apart from the studies? No? See, that means you all are at the same place, at the same stage. And trust me, when you move out after these years from the college, it is going to be very different. When we are talking about the practicing, when we are talking about joining a corporate, the way they work right now to complete even the day-to-day task is very different than what we study in our syllabus. Okay? So, me being from the technical background for past 12 years, I have seen the world changing, the technological aspect changing, even every profession changing at a so much speed earlier, and now it is changing in every 2 years. Even if you talk about the cars, right, they used to be pretty much manual earlier. Now you have everything automatic. That happened with the help of technology. Now the mechanical thing got converted to the software technology. Even in the cars, it was totally used to be manual with gears, with tires, with wheels, with engines, right? So if each and every industry is moving ahead with the technical aspect of it, I'm sure right now, I have seen personally met some of the lawyers who are using the AI to benefit their team, to benefit themselves, and get the cases closed and move it ahead into the real world practice. Okay, आप लोग being lawyers, do you think हमारी जुडिशरी बहुत स्लो चलती है? राइट, केसेस सालों साल चलते हैं। हम लोग बात तो बहुत करते हैं तारीख पे तारीख की, बट हाउ कैन वी मेक इट स्पीड अप? क्यों तारीख पे तारीख की जाती है? क्यों जजेस देते हैं कि 3 महीने बाद आओ? एक्चुअली लॉयर्स खुद मांगते हैं। वुड यू नॉट एग्री विद दिस? जब आप लोग अपने लिए खुद क्यों तारीख एक लंबी डेट मांगते हो? Because you need time to prepare, right? Now, if you, so we were talking about how we can move ahead with a good judiciary, because the way India is moving ahead, the way the laws are misused, the way people have to wait for the justice. How can we make things better from our end so that we are helpful अपनी judiciary को और better बनाने में? You are all the officers of the court, right? You are going to be the officers of the court. So it is your duty to enable the judge to speed the things up, in spite of saying, give me a long date. Okay? Now, we have talked about P.D.C.L. Now, how do we make it quick? How do we speed up? So earlier we talked about one thing called as drafting. So a lot of people take a lot of time to talk to the clients. बात करते हैं, उनका क्या केस है, समझते हैं, फिर उसको लिखते हैं, फिर उसको वेरीफाई करते हैं, रिव्यू करते हैं, then we go ahead and put it in front of the law, because वहाँ पे एक शब्द लिखा हुआ, it becomes your proof, it becomes your evidence and everything. Agreed? Now, how can you make it better? She talked about making it more easier to understand, still all compliant with the law. Do you think each and every person sitting in this room is having that much knowledge in their mind, even when you are going to go and start a career, to do it in a very efficient way? No, right? So that is where the use of technology comes. And at Educate India, we are having a specific course which talks about the use of artificial intelligence into the law, into the legal. And trust me, in the year of 2024, okay, can you tell me who's the best lawyer of India?
There are many.
Huh?
There are many.
Give me 2-3 names. P.D.C.L, Harish Salve. मेरे पास एक और नाम है, ChatGPT. And trust me, any of the case, if you are going to go to the P.D.C.L, it will not do. If you are going to go to the P.D.C.L or Ramdev Kalani, maybe they'll miss out on few of the details about the case if you are going to tell them for anything. But if you are going to do the same thing to the ChatGPT, you are going to get a better answer in one go. Everybody agrees with it? I think you do not. Yes, please.
अभी लास्ट वीक में न्यूज़ पढ़े थे पेपर में, उसके अंदर ये था किसी एक एडवोकेट ने जो नया था उसने ChatGPT के थ्रू एक केस फाइल किया था, लेकिन उसके अंदर जो साइटेशन था वो भी रॉन्ग है। ChatGPT फ्यूचर में बेस्ट हो सकता है, लेकिन अभी फिलहाल नहीं हमारा।
Okay, so I'll tell you one instance of this, which is very good thing. He said कि एक lawyer ने ChatGPT के थ्रू एक केस फाइल किया and उसमें citation ही गलत थे, right? Okay, I'll give you one more example. I recently went to college here.
हमको तो बताया जा रहा है कि AI और ChatGPT से जितना हो सके दूर रहो।
Good. We'll bust all these myths, which is a very good thing. I think you guys are aware that means हम उस बारे में सोच रहे हैं and how it can be beneficial for us. Okay, I'll give you one example. I recently went to a college with Arun sir, and we met over there with the training and placement officer. He told a student came us for the refund of our fees, and he asked him, go back and write me an application, I'll approve it. That guy went, उसने कितना बड़ा लेटर दिया, जैसे एप्लीकेशन का सिर्फ फीस ऑफ द रिफंड के लिए पूरा इंग्लिश में, with all the jargons, all the words, जैसे ही DPO ने उस लेटर को देखा कि अंडरस्टूड ये ChatGPT से बना के, okay? He said to me only one thing. Whatever is being written in this letter, उन्होंने इस लेटर को अब मुझे उसको पलटा और बोला मुझे सिर्फ इसमें से 5 लाइनें लिख के दो। The person put it in right 2 lines. Now tell me, is this fair? What he did? So to bust your myths, the dependency, the complete dependency on the AI is wrong. It is unethical, I would say. You have to use to enhance your knowledge. How many of you create an assignments or design some of your thesis or learn for your subjects? कुछ भी चीज बनाएंगे शुरू से, right? Everybody. हम लोग चैट जीपीटी बोलते हैं ये काम हमें करके दो, जबकि वो काम हमें खुद आता होता है. In spite of that, if you use the AI to enhance it, that is where you are going to see the real benefit of it. Not to do the task which you already know. Otherwise, your thinking capability is going to be reduced down day by day. And that is where the concerns where everybody says the AI will take over the human. We know that, right? हमने movies में कहीं देखा है कि एक दिन artificial intelligence ने आके human को replace कर दिया. They started killing the humans as well. So this is all gonna happen if you actually depend on it. Always use it to enhance it. Did I answer your question, sir? Did I answer your question? So maybe that lawyer did the same thing. In spite, and always, whatever the answer you are getting, whatever the result you are getting from the AI, you have to cross-verify. You cannot just assume that whatever the answer you have got, वो सही होगा. Okay? I'll tell you one more thing. There is one thing called as prompt engineering. किसी ने सुना है? What is it? Please.
So every time we are just giving some prompts to the AI, they will reply us back whatever expectations answers are there.
Okay. And
So obviously the coding form from the literature design. So those are the main of the
right. Okay. Good. You were saying something, yeah?
Prompt engineering is a science which requires a prompt engineer to give right and efficient prompt.
Correct. So it is like, if I say to you, मैं एक इंजीनियर हूँ, तो आपके दिमाग में कुछ XYZ इमेज आएगी. Maybe you see me standing here. But if I tell you मैं इंजीनियर हूँ, मैं पुणे में रहता हूँ, मैं इस कंपनी में 12 साल से काम कर रहा हूँ, मुझे Python आता है, मुझे Java आती है, मुझे AI आती है. Now I have given you more information, which is more accurate, right? So you are actually now you are doing me better than just with an engineer. The same thing happens with that. So when you say that some of the people, some of the lawyers, they do draft their maybe litigations or their petitions with the help of ChatGPT. How effective, how efficient you are going to get it totally depends on the prompt you are giving to the ChatGPT, the more information you are giving to the ChatGPT. Okay? Even if you, for example, for any of the case, if you are just writing it in a very general form, you are going to get very personalized and general answer. But if you are stating it with the help of citing the laws into it, you are going to get the answers accordingly. That is where the real use of the AI comes into the picture in your profession. Okay, enough about it. The one thing which I wanted to cover was, this was one thing where we provide, as Educate India, we help you guys out to make you future ready, to make you efficient enough that when you go out after 2 years from this college, आप उस real world में वो काम उस speedy तरीके से कर पाएंगे. Okay, and this is gonna be helpful a lot. I'll tell you. आप लोगों के लिए जो फ्यूचर है ना वो इतना ज़्यादा ब्राइट है because we are living in Kali and there are lot of litigations which are coming up. This is one of the booming sector in the future. Trust me, you guys will be the one. There will be more number of courts, there will be more number of lawyers, more number of judges. जो कि आप देख भी रहे हो, they are going to be increasing. Now it becomes your duty to get it more efficient so that everybody, when we talk about the justice, when we talk about doing it very effectively, making our judiciary able to perform better, it becomes our duty to get it the very efficient as well as speed up the things. Right? Everybody agrees with me on this? Okay. One last thing I want to cover is the profession. When we say the profession, it means, I think Ritu already covered that how many of you wants to be the corporate lawyers or how many of you wants to practice. Okay. The one thing which I want to cover is an entrepreneurship because I'm myself an entrepreneur as well. How many of you want to open your own legal firm? Anybody? Okay. I see a hand here from a girl. Perfect. You want to open your own legal firm? Good. Anybody else? We'll talk to you more about it. Anybody else? Okay, अभी नहीं, अगले 5 सालों में? हाँ? Okay. Wow, amazing. I see one more person. Anybody else? Okay. कितने लोग कॉर्पोरेट में जॉब करना चाहते हैं यहाँ पे? As raise your hand, I'm gonna count it. 1, 2, 3 लोग कॉर्पोरेट में, 5 लोगों को अपनी अकाउंट खोलनी है. कितने लोग प्रैक्टिस करेंगे? ओके, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20 लोग लगभग. बाकी लोग लगभग 40-50 लोग बचे और
देखेंगे, ऑब्जर्व करेंगे.
कोई और ऑप्शन भी है? किसी को एजुकेशन में जाना है? Anybody wants to go to the education field? नहीं. Okay, I have one person. Good. और क्या ऑप्शन है हमारे पास from the other people? हाँ? Okay, few people are from the judges. Good. Still, I have 20-30 people remaining. What are they gonna do? Yeah, you are still figuring it out. जब कॉलेज खत्म होगा तब सोचेंगे. See guys, I'll tell you, the kind of the world we are living in and the kind of economy India is moving up, you can always and always start small and have something of your own. Because I think you said that when we work in corporates, we kind of tend to think in one direction. We develop our personality in just one direction only. We become the expert of it, no doubt about it. But when it comes out that if you want to bring out your overall personality, being an entrepreneur is the best thing you can do. I have actually seen it applied on myself. It makes you think in such a broader way that you are always in a mode where you are always finding an opportunity. You are always finding the time to try some of the new things. You always tend to talk to the people, and very from very different domains. It basically enhances your overall personality, and along with it, you are basically become the accountable person for everything you do. If you talk about the corporate jobs, or maybe practicing under somebody, or going to the judiciary, you have to be aligned with some of the rules and processes which are already defined. Agree? Right? But with entrepreneurship, you can actually go ahead in your way. You can make your path whatever the way you want to be. You can take your niche whatever the way you want to be. So it is one of the things we basically make you enable into the Educate India to try the profession into the legal. Okay. We also enable you guys, if you are having some of the idea to try, we try to consult you and show it and help you to do it further. Okay. I'll not take much of your time now. Thank you so much. You were a great audience. And I think some of you have got the gifts as well. So just take those gifts and take the memory and whatever we have said today at your home. Think about it. And we really want you, when you go out from this world, from this college into the real world, you are among those top 10% people who are actually moving ahead into the later. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much once again. You've been brilliant. I just want to wish you lots of good luck. I hope you enjoyed. We definitely. Thank you.